something that I've been thinking about a lot lately. What's on my mind has been pornography. Okay, that came out kind of wrong. What's on my mind is the effect that pornography has on reality. There was a video recently um, put out there by, let's say, like the Coalition for the Family or something like that. They come flat out and say that porn is negatively impacting people's perception of reality. And this is not the first time I've heard this. There's an article I read a few months ago about teens in Australia and how watching porn has affected the way their relationships are. How some of these teenagers who never even had their first kiss they think about their first sexual experience and they try to recreate what they see in these pornographic movies without really knowing what sex is, what it's for. It makes me scared for the future, for my kids, and what they're going to encounter and what the culture is going to be like. From what I'm seeing in society, it's no longer being viewed as a popular thing to do and like an acceptable thing to view, but that could just be the parent in me and confirmation bias. Because when I was a teenager or when I was a kid, I knew pornography was bad. I knew the way it made me feel, and the way it made me feel was awfully confusing. I knew that I shouldn't be looking at it when I was a teenager. My parents taught me that. They never really talked to me about why, but they didn't really know why. Like statistics and data wasn't readily available to explain why pornography is bad. But it's been preached to us since we were kids. But now there's enough data out there to support the claim that yes, pornography is evil. Jeez. Truck towing another truck in front of me. There's some metal strap that flew off. Oh my gosh. Things flying off this truck. Anyway, so one of the incidents that was talked about at this coalition is the story of this 14-year-old boy, or the educator that witnessed this or talked to this 14-year-old boy, and it was a case of rape. It was sexual assault. And I guess he had it in his mind that it was consensual, that she was okay with what was happening because of what he'd seen on screen. The girl that he had raped started crying. He was asked, "Why didn't you stop when she started crying?" His response was that it was normal for girls to cry during sex. That is an insanely twisted view on reality that he has. In some circles, pornography is normal to view, and we consider it useful in some cases, which is weird to me. I've never had a use. For me, it's always been an addiction. It's always been a coping mechanism, something I turn to when I don't want to face the difficulties of reality. For hundreds, nay, thousands of years, we have been taught not to lust after anyone or anything in our heart. Thousands of years. And data has finally caught up to the point where we see the negative impact of lustful images and lustful thoughts. Pornography is a twisted view on sexual intimacy. And if you've been exposed to it, talk to somebody. Parents and adults, if you don't have a problem with it, but your teenager or your kid tells you that they've been exposed to it, don't shame them. Don't punish them. They don't even have to be looking for it, and it will pop up on their screen. Teach your kids how to appropriately use technology. This is a plague. Pornography is a plague. I'll be honest, I'm still healing from the negative effects of that plague. I have to constantly watch my thoughts. Because if I don't, I'm going to allow myself to, one, waste time, waste resources, and neglect my family. Pornography is being called the new drug. It's not a new drug. It's been around for a long time. Like I said, data is just catching up to support this claim. There's no good in pornography.